Hey JCA, my name is Evelyn, yoga instructor here at the JCA, and I will guide you through a Vinyasa flow practice. It will be just a little bit different from my usual practice because we will hold the asanas a little bit longer for 3-5 breaths, but we still will flow in between two asanas, but a longer pauses and the longer holds will help us hopefully to examine a little bit more our mind, the emotions, the feelings and the physical body, and just give us a little bit of space to calmly do that, to calm down, to slow down. And that's my intention, to find that calmness, find that space, find the obstacle that prevent us to stay calm in a situation, which is the asana during the yoga practice. So let's start on our back, and 2 blocks will be useful. So I would just very quickly grab 2 blocks. If you have books, sturdy books, that works as well. And just lay down on our back, just like at the end. Put the right hand on your belly and the left hand in your heart center. And relax your legs and use a few breaths, a few moments here to settle. Settle down in a space. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, and start shifting away from the surrounding. And as you start to travel inside and explore the inner world, your thoughts popping in ahead, the emotions, the feelings, the comfort or the discomfort, the physical body, the holding patterns. As you scan through the body, you maybe already notice maybe tightness in your belly. Let it spread, let it go. Tightness holds in the forehead, between the eyebrows, the chin, the jaw. Let it go. Find calmness in your breathing, not forcing, not too shallow. Mindfully be aware of the rhythm of the breath. Breathing through the nose. Notice the rising and the lowering of the belly, of the chest. Release if there's any expectation. With the outcome of this practice, and remind yourself that you stay with the process. You're going towards a direction as peacefully as possible. Be a witness of the change. Let's take the next inhale and bring your arms above the head and just stretch the arms back. Stretch the heel forward and press down the belly. And then release as you inhale. Exhalation, reach. Inhale, relax. One more time, reach forward. Press down the belly. Be long, press down the spine. And release. Keep the belly in and bring both knees to your chest and hug with your arm. Lift the head up.
Grab the opposite elbow if it's available. Suck your belly in and press down. Tilt the tailbone forward. Feel the lumbar spine really consciously pressing down. And if it's available, release down the entire spine. Bring the chin closer to the chest, elongating the back of the neck. No force. If it's too much for your hips, you can release the hand and just touch the knees and bring the knee to your chest. But keep the spine long and activate your lower belly as you press it down. Make a little bit the core, the center stronger. Bring your hands behind the head, clasp the fingers. And strengthen a little bit the core muscles here. Bend the knees 90 degrees. Suck the belly down. Bring the torso up, the head up, the shoulder up. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, stretch the right leg, extend the knee, bring the elbows closer to the left knee, suck the belly in, press it down, and lift the tailbone up. That's the exhale. Inhale, release the tailbone and bring the knee back. Exhalation, straighten the left leg, bring the elbows to the right knee, suck the belly in, and just feel the strength in your core area. Back to the center. Few more times. Exhalation, reach, stretch the right leg, suck your belly in, feel the core. Back to the center. Move slowly, mindfully. Inhale to the center. Exhale the right leg up, sucking the belly in, tailbone up, curling the tailbone. Back to the center. Left leg reaches, sucking the belly in. Back to the center. One last time, both sides. Belly is in, tailbone up. Tailbone down, inhale. One last time, left leg. And back to the center, beautiful. Bring the arm to the side and bring both knees to the right. Turn the head to the left and give a little deeper spinal twist. Open the left shoulder, the left ribs. Use your core, bring the leg back to the center and to the other side. Open up the space between the two shoulders. Relax your jaw, relax the chin, breathe steadily, calmly, consciously. Bring the right arm to meet the left and coming out to the seat. Bring the arms up, suck your belly until down the tailbone and bring the ribcage up. As exhale, lower the hand to your heart center. Maybe close your eyes, lower your chin, elongate that spine. Feel the space increasing consciously between the tailbone and the top of the head, elongating the spine. And take a moment to honor your own self. Honoring the physical self, the mental self, the spiritual self. Take a moment to honor your practice. Being present with curiosity, with respect. Coming back to the moment, exploring the world inside. And release the hand, make your way to downward facing dog. Activating the muscles, the hands, the wrists, lifting a little bit the wrist away from your palms. Feel how the toes, the heels, the feet touches the ground. Feel the stability. Feel the ground. grounding and rooting. And from there, feel the reach through the tailbone, the hip, the sit bone, elongating the spine. Feel the breathing, calm and steady, through the nose. Guide you back to the present, guide you back to the self. 2 more breaths here. Just examine your own self. Deep inhale, feel the lifting the heels up. Bring the belly into the tailbone, bend the knee and make your way to the front of the mat. Deep inhale to a flat back, activating the core muscles, activating the thigh, bring down the shoulder blade on the back. Keep lengthening the hamstring as you make your torso down, flatten your thigh, bring the forehead to your knee and slowly rise up. Hand to your heart, exhalation. It's moving through the warm-up sequence. We always will add this time a little change in the sequence. Take a deep inhale and just reach the arm up. Feel how you're reaching the chest up. Away from the hip, take time to be present. Press down the heels. And with an exhale, fold forward on your thighs. Both heels pressing down. Inhale to your flat back at the same time. Step back, forward with the left toes. Engage the core. Bring down the shoulder blade. Feel the steadiness in the spine and just bring down the left knee, flatten the left feet. Pushing the ground away from the right heel and the left knee. Lift up the pelvic floor, lift up the lower belly and swing the arms up. Sink maybe a little bit deeper. Now first we find always the ground, the connection to feel the stability, the groundedness, and from there, feel your center, engage with your hips, engage with the pelvic floor, lifting, and then from there, only the ribcage reaches up, and only the fingertips reaches away. Don't go deeper, just as much as you feel you control. You can check your breath, and the breathing start to be hectic, faster. You lose your calmness, your peace. Then move back a little bit. Coming back to the center, fluidly flowing your arm down. Tuck the left toe under and bring the pelvis up. Wide stand. You can bring always the blocks under your hand if you feel that your core is just not engaged, and let the torso forward. Keep lifting both sit bones up to keep lengthening the pelvic floor. Feel your grounding through the right heel and the left toes. Feel the lifting, feel the energy flowing. And if there's any obstacle, move around a little bit and notice what's blocking you to lengthen, to reach. A lot of times it's just the mind. Bend back again, the right knee, and lower down the left knee. Bring the arm up again. Now bring the hands to your heart, coming to a twist. Elongate the chest, reach up. Close the ribcage and bring the left elbow outside of the right knee. Feeling grounded through the feet. Feel the center, stability. Lower belly in, navel in. And the crown reaches away from the tailbone. Lifting up the right shoulder. Lowering down the shoulder blade. Breathing slowly. Shift back to the center, lower down the hand, tuck the toes under, left toe under, and come to a high lunge. Slowly always transitioning, building up. Take a few breaths here to find that calmness and peace and steadiness. Feel your ground through the feet, distributing the weight. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the pelvic floor, lift the lower belly, and feel how you're wrapping the ribcage around the spine, protecting, and lift it away from the hips. Drop down the shoulder blade, release down, and relax your face. Breathe. Inhale, reach up, lower the arm down. Press the hands down, maybe on a block, maybe on the ground, and just a tiny bit bring the left feet closer, coming to a pyramid. Take a deep inhale, bring the heart forward, reactivate your thigh muscles, and fold on your right leg. Bring your forehead to your shin, and keep lifting through the pelvic floor. Keep stabilizing through the Uddiyana Bandha, lower belly. Suck it in. Make sure both heels pressing down. We are not floating. Breathe. That's beautiful. Now we're coming up to a standing, rolling the spine up, pressing down both feet. Bring the arm up, suck the belly in. Weight on the right leg. Root down through the right heel, belly is in, and just bring the left feet forward. Bending the left knee. Grow up to lower the leg down. Moving to the other side, deep inhale, the chest reaches up. Folding on your thighs, exhale. Inhale to your flat back, then step the right leg far back. Engage the lower belly, lower down the right knee, flatten the right feet, swing the arms up, deep stretch in the front body, no force, just explore without losing the steadiness, the groundedness. Reach the chest up and the fingertips over, shoulder blade down, tailbone tucks under. Make sure we're not crunching the lumbar spine. Freedom in the right hip flexor, such a deep stretch. Coming back to the center. Tuck the right toes under, lift the pelvic up. Straightening both knees, then bringing the torso down. Deep stretch in the right, left hamstring. Exploring stability. Peace in the mind, peace in the breathing, peace in the body. Deep and steady breathing. Bend the left knee, lower down the right knee, flatten the feet. Bring the arm up, lift up the rib cage. Hand come to your heart, then rotate the spine. Keeping the lower belly in. Active. Roll the left shoulder above the right. Keep down the shoulder blade. Reaches the hips. Breathe steadily. Create that calmness. Stay in the present. Just releasing, bring the hands down, tuck the right toes under. Straighten the right foot, right knee, and just bring the torso up to your high lunge. Adjust your stand, go deeper if you feel. You steady. Bring a little bit the right hip flow forward, the right rib cage forward. Let the rib cage hug the spine and lift. As the rib cage lifts, the entire torso come out from the compression.
Bring the arms down, hands maybe on your blocks. Bring the right feet tiny bit closer to the left. Take a deep inhale, contracting the thigh muscles. Both feet presses down. Stabilize through the lower belly. And release the shoulder, relax the shoulder blade. Go to a deeper stretch in your pyramid. One more full breath. And pressing both feet down. Bring the torso up to standing. Build this up. Bring the arms up. And all the weight on the left here, rooting down, press down. Lift up the right knee, bend the right knee. And stepping down, beautiful. Take a deep inhale and find Kali Mudra with your hand. Clasp all the fingers except the index finger. Reach up, elbow behind the head. And before we go to a half moon, just really scan through to see if you distribute the weight between the heels. If you take a little bit tilting down the tailbone, elongating the hip flexor and bringing the hip a little bit forward. Reach the ribcage up. Relax your face. Then half moon to the right. Lateral stretch only on the left side. Root down through the heels. Feel your inner thighs pressing together. Come back to the center, reach up. To the left. Straightening the elbows. Elongating. Feel the pelvic floor if it's active, if it's lifting. Slow breathing, no pressure, no force. Lift the left ribcage up and forward. And then coming back to the center. Look up for a moment. Looking up to your thumb. Press the heel down. Activate the thigh muscle. Bring down the tailbone, elongating the lumbar spine. Ribcage reaches up and just the fingertips reach back. Inner thigh muscles actively pressing together to protect. Nice. Come back to the center, still reaching up. Bring the ribcage forward as you fold forward on your thigh. Nice. Deep inhale here. Grabbing the ankles from behind. Pulling it up. And at the same time, you're pushing down your heels. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the lower belly, lift the Mula Bandha. Relax the shoulder blade on the back and just observe your mind. Observe the body. Minor adjustments, because you're the only one knows your holding patterns, the obstacles. Nice, release the hand, take a deep inhale, reach forward the heart, step back the left leg and this time keep the left heel down. Swing the arm up, coming to first warrior. Stabilize your standing. Stabilize your hip, bringing the left hip forward. Lifting the left ribcage up. Relax your face. Steady breathing, being in a present, in a moment. Inhale, reach up. Bring the arms down, keeping that spine long, the tailbone back. Press down the left hand, lift up the left heel. Suck your belly in and come to a simple twist. Lifting up the right shoulder, the right arm. Keep the length of the spine. Weight distributed. Look up to the right thumb. Find the harmony here between the body parts, between the breathing, the mind, and the body.
bring the arm down. Just a tiny bit, bring the left hip closer. Bring the chest forward, reactivate your core, and bring the torso down. Keeping the torso long, pressing both heels down. Relax your forehead and just listen your breathing. Coming up to standing, very slowly rising up. Feel that center line, that's your spine. Bring the arm up, and this time root down the left heel, right heel. Bring the left leg up, and then straighten the left leg to the front. Visualize your center line. Tailbone down. Belly is in and lengthening. Then bring the left foot down beside the right. Reach up again with the arms. Fold forward, exhale. Belly is in, lift the torso up and step back with the right leg, lower down the right heel. Root down and rise up in your first warrior. Find space for the breathing. Root down through the heels. Stabilize through the hip, bringing the right hip forward, lifting the right rib cage up. Wrap the rib cage around the spine. Relax the back of your neck. Relax your breathing. Inhale, reach up. Bring the arms down. Keep down the right hand, lift up the right heel. Simple twist, opening the left arm. Lowering the shoulder blade. Breathe. Looking up to the left thumb. Right hand always can be on the block. Use the props, very useful. It's much more important to keep the integrity of the posture if you feel you struggle. Find out what's the cause of the struggling. What's the obstacle in being free in a posture? Lower the left hand down. Bring the right feet a little closer. Re-engage your core. Re-engage the thigh muscles. Stretching the left hamstring deeply as you bring the torso down. Find the peace. Torso slowly start to come up, build up, roll up the vertebrae above each other. Find your center line. Arms coming up to frame the head, then weight on the left leg. Bend the right knee forward, and then open the right leg forward. Eyes steady and still. And then bring the leg down, beautiful. Take a deep inhale, reach up. Come to chair pose, exhale. Play with it just a tiny bit as you suck the belly in and tuck the tailbone under, and then release the tailbone. And again, tuck under and release. Just feel the difference and feel what creates more stability. Breathe with ease. And bring the hands to your heart center if it's so much obstacle in the shoulder, struggling. And then we all bring the hands to the heart and rotate to the right. Twisted chair. Feel free to open the arms. Keep the calmness. Recreate the calmness. Notice the chaos. Notice what's the reason of the chaos. Come back to the center, reach the arm up, realign the spine. Bring the hand back to the heart and to the other side. Tailbone reaches down. Core muscle active. Press together the inner thighs. Keep the breath calm. Keep your face calm.
Let's come back to the center. Reach the arm up. Then fold forward. Exhale. This time step the feet a little bit wider, maybe 6 inches. Grab the big toes with the peace finger. Bring the torso down, bend the elbow. And give a little deeper. Stretching, lengthening, reaching. Tailbone reach up as you root down a little more through the heels. Feel the lengthening. Relax your face, that doesn't really help here. Yes, and then release the hand, bring the feet back together. Lengthen the torso forward, left leg step back again, far, keep the heel up this time. And then windmilling the arms up, the left arm stays up, the right arm go behind, maybe grabbing the left thigh. And give a little more stretch for the left shoulder, the left ribcage reaches up. Left hip flexor stretching. Then bring the torso forward, find the hands together and come into a prayer twist. You can lower the knee here. You can come to a simple twist. All kinds of choices you have. Feel grounded. Feel stable through the hip. Keep your lower belly in for stability. Opening the right shoulder, maybe a little more away from the left. Keep breathing, keep growing, keep reaching, keep exploring. Release the hands down. This time I would bring the block outside of the right leg to put the hand on. Lower down the left heel. Side angle pose here. Make sure that the torso is free. The right ribcage reaching forward. And if it's not available, supported side angle. Put the right hand in the hip is always there for you. Much more important to keep the spine actively elongating than struggling. And once the spine is long, the core is strong, then maybe we will go a little deeper. Relax the shoulder blade. Beautiful. One more deep inhale, lowering the arm down, maybe removing the block. Come to your 3-point balance. Release down the left hip to square with the right. No need to lift too high up. Now the transition weight before we start, we will press down the left heel. Soften a little bit the right knee. We will bring the left knee to the chest. Slowly start to rise up and we end up bringing the left leg forward, straightening the knee. Fluid transition. Once you're there with the leg up, and place it back down. Grow up, reach up. Fold forward on your thigh. Exhale. Flare back, engaging the core muscles and reaching the chest. Stepping back with the right leg. Windmilling the arms up. Now this time, the right arm stays up. Root down through the feet. Stabilize the hip tucked under the tailbone. And the right ribcage, give a little more stretch. Just the fingertips reach back. Visualize some connection between the inner thighs. Nice and down, bringing the torso forward. Keep the tailbone back, keep the belly in. Twist the spine. Bring the hand to your heart. Prayer twist. Anchor down, not just the left feet, but the right toes. Keep tiny bit rounding the lumbar spine. Feel the ribcage, not shrinking. Stretching away from the tail. Slowly transitioning to a side angle. Bring the block, and it's your choice how high you want to keep your block. Press the left hand on it. Lower down the right heel. Bring the right arm up. Bring the ribcage forward. Feel that there is power in your core as you stabilize. Not all the weight on the limbs, on the arm, but the core really supports you. What can you adjust to be more free in a posture? So more deep inhale. Then lower the arm down, lift the right heel up. 3-point balance, weight on the right leg. Hand come like 10 inches forward, creating a triangle. As the left heel presses down, pelvic floor reaching up, creating that length. Nice, and we're transitioning now, bending the left knee tiny bit, bring the right knee to your chest, no rush. Keep the calmness in your mind as you bring the right heel forward, right leg comes forward, build up the torso, reach the ribcage up. And placing the feet down, beautiful. Take another deep inhalation here. Fold forward with an exhale. Press together the heels, press together the inner thighs, and maybe clasp the fingers behind if it's available. Reach the fingers up, straighten the elbow, suck the belly in to support this, and then bring the hands as much forward as it's available. Keep the shoulders in the socket, lift the lower belly up, forehead on your knees. Reaching. Nice, and then release. Flat back with an inhale, engage the belly. Left leg step back again. Lowering down the heel, the left heel, and windmilling the arms up. And once you up, bring the right arm up, reverse the warrior. Lift the left rib cage away from your left hip. Breathe. Feel both heels, how it supports, how it creates the ground. As the pelvic floor reaches up, you might can bend the right knee a little deeper. Both rib cages reach away, and there's just a lateral stretch on the right side. Then straighten the right knee, maybe you stretch a little more the right side. And without compressing the hips, bring the torso up to the center and then reach forward to your triangle. Now feel both heels. And from there, feel the hips reaching up, pelvic floor reaching up. Visualize it, both arms on the same line. Feel the chest, the rib cage, wraps around the spine and come forward. Notice your mind, your thoughts, your mental self. Notice the physical side. Notice the harmony as you breathe calmly. Just come back to your second warrior. Slowly, mindfully, fluidly flowing. Nice, don't windmill the arms down. 3-point balance with an inhale. Hands always can be on a block.
Especially if you feel that your hip area is not alive. If you're struggling in upper torso. And then slowly we put the weight on the right hand. Engage the thigh muscles. Start to open the right hip above the left hip. Left shoulder above the right shoulder. Balancing half moon. Shoulder blades down on your back. Slowly going back down on 3-point balance. Now switching this time, maybe the left hand on the block, maybe the left hand down on the ground. Twist and rotate, opening the right arm, the right shoulder up. Keep your core muscles strong and steady. Keep your breath. Calmly breathe. So lower the arm down. Now this time we will step back with the left leg. Step back with the right leg. High plank. Core muscle engaged. Suck it in. Shoulder blade down. High plank. Tailbone tuck under. Deep inhale. Lowering down. Low plank. Then upward facing dog. Now reach the ribcage up. Shoulder blade down. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Both heels pressing down. Hands pressing down. Nice. Right leg lifting up. 3-point balance. Then bend the knee. Open. Back to your 3-point balance. Inhale. Beautiful. Bring the right knee to the right elbow, right shoulder. Nice, and place it down. The right feet outside of the left hand, right hand. Deep stretch here. You can release down the left knee. Keep that spine long. And then release down now the left knee. Bring the right feet inside. And come to a runner stretch. Half split. But maybe if it's in your practice or you want to practice, maybe you can try full split here. You can always bring, before that, blocks under your hand. You can keep the knee down, left knee down. Make sure that you keep your inner groins active. And make sure you release yourself here. And you're really not forcing to go deeper. Maintain your presence. You still visualize it, you tuck the tailbone under, and you lift up the pelvic floor, the lower belly. Any variations in the split, we stay here for a couple more breaths. And then pressing the hands down, coming back to your half split. Then bend the front knee. Hands maybe again on a block or coming to a 3-point balance. And then placing the feet down. Rising up for a moment to standing. Ribcage up. Arms reaches up. Then fold forward. Keep that spine long, the ribcage keep wrapped around the spine. Flat back with an inhale. Suck the belly, right leg, steps back. Lower down the right heel. And windmill the arms up to your second warrior. Lift the ribcage away from your hip.
Tailbone lowers under and find reverse warrior. Both heels pressing down, lifting the torso up, lift the right ribcage, the left ribcage away from your hip. And just straightening the left knee, reach even further, find the lateral stretch in the left side. Then bring the torso up, second warrior. Standing and coming to your triangle. Very slowly and mindfully transitioning. Doesn't matter really where your left hand ends, grabbing the big toes, the peace finger, if it's available, if your entire torso is alive. Deep stretch. Keep your shoulder blade down on your back. Back to the second warrior. Then windmill the hands down. Both hands will be inside. Step the left side outside. Keep lengthening the spine. Feel that bigger stretch in the right hip flexor. Now step back to your high plank. Lowering down, lower plank. Chest come forward, shoulder blade down, stretching the front body. Upward facing dog. Then come, downward facing dog. Find your center line. Find your breathing. Examine the self. Left leg reaches up to three-leg dog, then bend your knee to open the left hip above the right hip. Then straighten the left leg up. Bring the left knee to the left elbow, left shoulder. Then stepping the left feet down. Lowering down the right knee. Come to half split, runner stretch. Stay here, feel free really to stay here. Or explore and find your full split. Hand can be on a block can be on under your hamstring. Have that feeling that you tuck the tailbone under. Have that feeling that you wrap the ribcage around the chest and lifting. Let your ego melt. Press the hands down, push down, lift the pelvis up, and bring the feet back. Your runner stretch, and then bring the weight on the right, left leg. 3-point balance, transition smoothly. Slowly transition to balancing half moon, keeping down the left hand, maybe left hand on the block. Slowly start to open the right hip above the left. Really engage the left thigh muscles, lift up the left knee. But first, really you have to root down through the left heel. Calmness and peace, wherever you are. And slowly in this transition, lower down the right hand on the block or on the ground. Re-engage your core, re-engage your thigh. And slowly start opening up the left shoulder, the left arm.
Keep your lower belly active. Lower the hand down. Beautiful. Lift the leg up. And then bring the feet down. We're coming only to a flat back with an inhale. Then press the hands down. Step back to your high plank and lower down all the way down on the ground. Nice. Keep your feet together, inner thighs together. Press down the pubic bone. Press down the hip. Bring the tailbone to your heels. Hands under your shoulders beside the chest. And press the hand down, shoulder down, chest forward. Come to your cobra. Make sure that the lumbar spine is not shortening, not arching. Nice, and coming back, lowering back down. Keep the pubic bone down and the hip down. Bring the arms alongside the body. Come to your airplane, locust pose. Lift the chest, lift the leg, keep the tailbone down, keep the lumbar spine elongated. Couple more breaths here. Nice. Now just the hand come under the chest, under the shoulder. As you press the hand down, lower down the legs and bring the chest up. And then lift up the knee from the ground. Outward facing dog. Child pose. With an exhale. Really easy to work. Let your mind just watch the breath. Feel the calming effect, the cooling effect of this posture, how safe it is to be close to the ground. Slide your hand under the shoulder, lift the hip up, and just sit outside and bring the leg forward very simply. Coming to Janu, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, bring the left knee outside, and just bring the arms up, reach up, keep the tailbone down, and as you come forward with the chest, feel you create a hollow in front of your belly. Now you can grab the fingers under the soft part of the feet, the ball of the feet, and as you push your feet in, push your hand into the feet, create a little rounding in the lumbar spine. Keep down the shoulder blade and just keep reaching and lengthening the torso. Keep both sit bones down. And find the peace here. Slowly come up, all the way bringing the hands up, lift the ribcage up, and just change the leg without shortening the spine. One more deep inhale, sucking the belly in, keeping the tailbone to the back, create the hollow, bring the hands down, clasp the fingers under the feet. Maintain the connection between the left hamstring and the ground. Relax the shoulder, relax your chin and jaw. How calm your breathing is. Come up slowly. Stay rooted. Bring the arms up. And this time just bend the left knee and come to your Baddha Konasana. Clasp the fingers around the toes, reach the heart up. Relax your knees, it really doesn't matter how far it goes down. Take a deep breath. And with a long spine, stretch the chest forward. Rooting and breathing. Slowly start coming up. Nice bending, keep the knees bended. And as slow as possible, we're going down on our back. Suck your belly in first and tip the tailbone forward. And you just notice every vertebrae start touching the ground. And once it touches the ground, keep it down. Bring the chin to your chest and slow this movement down. Nice. Once you're done, just bring the heels a little bit closer to your glutes. Keep the arms down. And come into a bridge from here. Keep down the shoulder blades. Plug it down on your back. Press both heels down and start bringing the tailbone forward. Bring the shoulder blades closer as you start bringing the chest up. Weight on both shoulder blades. Weight on both heels. Chest come closer to your chin. And slowly release it down. Once you release it down, just bring the right knee to the chest, press the fingers under the knee and straighten the left leg out. Focus on keeping the lower back down. Then open the shoulders without losing that connection with the ground. Relax your chin and jaw. Stabilize through the left hip. Release the hand and just grab the big toe with the peace finger. Bring a little bit more to the side, the right knee. Left hand on the left hip and bring the right leg up. Maybe straighten, maybe not. Without shortening the belly or shortening the lower back. Bring the right leg outside. Breathe here. Keep down the right hip. Bring the right leg back up. Still keeping down the entire spine. Nice, and then release and lower it down. Bring the left knee to the chest. Press the fingers under. Realign your spine, find the position. Relax the left hip. Lengthen down the right. Release the clasp and just grab the big toe with the peace finger. Bring the left knee more to the side. Slide the right hand on the right hip and without moving the hips. Just maybe straighten the left leg, maybe not. Maybe you just want to keep bending, but make sure that you focus on your core. Maintain the length to the tailbone. And then control as you bring the left leg to the outside. So maybe just a few inches, maybe really far from the ground, but we're really not worried about it. Bring the leg back to the center. Now this time the right leg lifts up. And we're coming to a plow. So you bring the feet behind the leg, behind the head. You can place the hand under the lower back to support the spine. Feel how much you're bringing the hip up, the sit bones up. Weight is on your shoulder, not on your head, not on your neck. And from here we bend the knee, really support the lower back, and if it's available, we're coming up to shoulders end. If not, you can lower down on your back and just come to a restorative version of the inversion. Weight is still on your shoulders. You can look up to big toes and feel as you connect the inner thighs and you lifting the legs away from your ribcage. Calm the mind down. Soften your knees, still protect the shoulders, the lower back. Bring the leg back. And very slowly we start to roll down on our back. Keep the legs bended 90 degrees. Bring the arms to the side just at the beginning to a T shape and bring the both knees to the right side. Last supine twist. Just observe on the other side. Back to the center, grab big toes with the peace finger, keeping the knees to the side. You come to your happy baby. Really relaxes the hip area, widens. And then we will transition to Shavasana, lengthening the leg out, lengthening the arms on the side, taking a deep inhalation here through the nose, and letting all go. And just take your time to stay here and get into a meditative state. Close your eyes if it's comfortable and relax. Allow yourself to relax in the last asana. Notice the contrast as you were really keeping the muscles active in all the other asanas to support. And then here we are in the last one. We just all let it go. Allow the mind to really rest. Allow emotions to melt. Stay here as long as you feel it's serve you well. Explore the calmness and the peace that you can create. The light in me honors the light in you with peace. Namaste.